Hello again folks, and welcome. I know you've not seen me for a while, I've had other things on, but what we're going to do tonight is going to be a simple one tonight. Lawrence's SRP31C has come back in, not because there's anything wrong with it, it's not got a fault, because I recently repaired it. It's not got a fault. What it is, he wants the power lead changing from this one to this one. So basically what we're going to do, basically tonight what we're going to do, I'm going to show you the correct way, or what I believe is the correct way, or what should be the correct way, of replacing the power lead. Now, what we'll do is we don't need the old one. We won't cut the, I was going to just snip it, but we won't, because there's nothing at all wrong with this lead, except for the fact, for Lawrence, it's not long enough. Where he wants to put his record player, his lead won't allow, and that's all it is. So, rather than him having to mess about with extensions and stuff like that, he's brought the player back and asked me if I can do the lead for him. Oh, of course I can. And at the end of the day, he's paying the bills. So, you know what they say? As long as you're paid, get it done. So what we need to do now, we need to find a screwdriver to fit the screws so that we can get the lead off. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to snip the lead here at the plug. Jesus. Oh. That was a bit tough. We'll put the plug here out of the way. No, we'll put the plug over this side, because I'm going to try and, there we go, try and get that back as far back as I can. It's not really generous, this bench, for space for when you want to take a record player apart. I mean it's a bit of a pain in the arse, really. Now where's that screwdriver? This is the one I had, this is the one I want to use. So basically what we'll do, we'll take the amplifier board, we'll take the amplifier out. You've got to anyway. I mean, it's not just a case of actually just replacing the frigging lead. You know, there's quite a few steps involved to doing that. Where's the other fucking hole? Do you know something, folks? There's probably some of you sat there thinking, if it had hairs round it, you wouldn't have any trouble. No, you're damn right I wouldn't. Well, that's undone anyway, because I felt it back up when I pulled it out, when I unscrewed it, so. Come on. That's it. This is a nice player, this is the, I'm not sure which one of this is it, which one of this. I'm not sure which one this is, because I've done two of these for him. I've done a few record players for him now. He's a nice fella, Lawrence, really lovely guy. Eccentric, but top fella. Yeah, really good guy. But there again, we all have our eccentricities, don't we, I suppose? I mean, I'm eccentric. You know, there's nobody more eccentric than me, I don't think. Unless maybe you count Lawrence. He's a good guy, really. Top. He don't complain, don't moan, he tells you get it done. He tells you doing your own time. You don't hear from him till he hears from you. You know. I've got that one, but that's a bit too thick. Trying to find my usual nut driver. I'll get that one out because I can't find my usual one. But you know, after I've done all this, after I've finished, I'll find it here. I can't find my usual, you know, and they're not really nut drivers at all, really. They're actually sockets. They're actually, you're supposed to plug a tool into that, but they're actually an attachment in, but they work great as nut drivers. So I'm just looking to see if I can spot it. It's usually, it's got a fucking, and I won't mind, you know. I won't mind, it's got a fucking, there it is. It's got a bright, I was going to say it's got a fucking bright orange handle on it. You know, and I've had this for years. Anyway. Get the sucker. Come here, you little sucker. The solder. This solder's shite. I've arranged with Jay to allow me to purchase a roll of solder off him, because I know Jay's a man with plenty and I'm a man with a bit less, so he agreed to sell me a roll of solder. Well, I say sell, we'll probably do a deal or something, you know, because let's just get this out. I don't want to take the valves out if I can help it. I don't want to disturb the amp in any way, because this amp, let's put the nuts in there, because this amp works absolutely fucking beautifully, folks. A lovely amp in this. But what I've done also, it came in a couple of weeks ago with a dodgy idler, and you can't get the idlers for these, and the ones you can get are usually just as bad, so I'll put another deck in it. So I just changed the deck, because these will take, it had an RC210 in it, or an RC220, one of the two, but that nut there doesn't have to come out because there's no washer on it, so it'll just pull past that one. There we go. Right, we're at the amplifier stage. We're at the stage where we can get to the on-off power lead. Yeah, there's my resistors that I put in. So what we need to do here, we need to disconnect the earth from there. What I'll do, folks, because you know this could be a pretty drawn out process, I'll pause it while I yeah. Right, we're back. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut this accordingly to the length of the original wires, so that we're pretty much in the, and be careful folks when you take these things apart. You know, this was on earlier, so it still had some power left in. I just got a nip off a little bit of a nip off it. So obviously there was still something left in it. Got a nip up my finger there. But it's strip the wire. Obviously you don't want to be too fierce with the Stanley blade, because you don't want to cut into the inner wires. It's the outer wires we're interested in, the outer insulation should I say. That should just about do it there. Let's just get my sensors on it. That's it. Right, that's that piece. Now leave the earth at the length we want it because that's the right length, so we'll just cut that so we've got enough wire coming through it. So we can solder it onto the terminal, go straight to ground. I've had to disconnect the input from the bottom of the deck, that's going to be reconnected. Now what we'll do, we'll have a look at the length that the live and the neutral need to be, and we'll cut them respectively to the correct length. There we go. And just take off. All we need to just go into the terminal. That's all you do. Don't need the sucker now, as far as I know. Right, let's try and get this back without getting another shock off the fucking thing. Now, I got a shock off it, folks, and it weren't even on, so how about that one? Yeah. Ow! Hell! The fucking hell, I've got another shock off the twat. Ah! That fucking hurt, that one. I'll tell you what. You're seeing it all tonight. I don't understand that, it's not even plugged in. Taking no fucking chances with it this time, folks. Yeah, how about that one? Yeah, fucking taking no chances this time. Alright, whack off that then. I'll tell you where I might have got the shock from. Fucking output transformer there. Just see what's fucking left in this fucking thing. Yeah, we're fucking seeing it all tonight, aren't we? Fucking electric shocks. And the damn thing ain't even, not even got a power lead on the damn thing. And let's connect this to ground. There we go. Volts. Hang on. $192 volts is in that. Wow. Nothing in there. And 191 volts is in that. That's fucking storing it up like mad, that. Yeah. Yeah. Not there, that's negative. And I've got to solder that capacitor back on as well. So just take into account, folks, you know. Yeah, 186 volts. Wow, straight through fucking me it went. Cunt. Right. Anyway, it's not on the chassis, is it? No. We're okay. Right. So let's get the meter out of the way. See, really I could do it, but I could short it out with a resistor, but I ain't got one to hand, so. But I thought the fucking resistor there would have done it, but obviously it doesn't. Right, so let's get this. Right, this is the lead. There we go, and this is the lead coming out. Let's get the helping hands down. Whoops. Let's get the helping hands so we can get some solder onto our wires. Yeah, this has been, I'll tell you what folks, I've not been around for a bit, but at least for a few videos, but at least I'm still entertaining. And see, getting a fucking shocker live on camera as well, how about that one? I'm not going to edit it out, I'm going to leave it in, but yeah, it's the second shock I've had off it. Still, never mind. These things are sent to try us. This solder's shit, you know. But unfortunately, it's all I've got. And you know what they say? See, the reason why this has still got all that electricity up it is because I did the idler earlier and it was on for a bit. And me, like a dopey fucker, didn't bother discharging it. Anyway, never mind. So let's bend these wires so I can feed them in. The negative goes in first, it's easier to fucking see. So we'll bend that. And then I'm using curved pliers here, folks. I'm gonna leave the camera running. That way, if we don't make any more mistakes, you'll see it all live as it happens. Well, no, you won't, because if I kill myself, there'll be no fucker to upload the fucker, will they? There we go. I should have done a live, shouldn't I? Yeah, that'd have fucking entertained us all, wouldn't it? Andy from Vintage Electronics Repair getting a shock live. That would have entertained you all. Still, never mind, these things are sent to trials, I don't care. I bet I'm not the first one to get a shock on camera. I bet I'm one of the first to leave it in there though. Because I can't think of anybody else that's actually had an electric shock and left it in. I've never seen anybody getting bit. That's not to say it doesn't or has never happened. Just keep away from them fucking valves. There we go, that's that one in. Nicely crimped together. Let's get the solder, such as it is, and solder this in. Right, Are we in? As you can see, folks, I'm taking no fucking chances. Yeah, we're in. We are in. Right. Next one. Shit, I've not fed it through that. Is that fucking, can I unscrew that? Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can pull it back through that way. I've got to take the deck out anyway. Doesn't matter. I can pull it back through there. I've got to take the deck out anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now, feed this one in. It would help if it fucking stayed still while I tried feeding it in. These wires are the right length, so I can't even blame those. Get here, you bastard. Go. Solder the capacitor back into place. First of all, let's put some solder on the old terminals. Where's my fucking solder? Where's my foot? There, in front of me fucking face. I'm gonna have to get a new tube for in here now. It's getting dark in this room. Tube's on its way out, I think, folks. It's not as light as it used to be in here. Yeah, I think the tube's on its way out. I was having a conversation with Jay from Jay's Vintage Junk about that the other day. And what, come here you, on whether I should go for one of them LED ones. We on there now? Yeah, we're okay there now. Right. That's the input to the deck, so we'll feed that back in because we need that under the deck. Feed that back. Right. Now let's pull this wire. Oops. Pull this wire through. I have to lift the. Trying to make sure I don't get another fucking zap off the bastarding thing. There we go. Ain't fucking nice. Right, so oops, there we go. Now, can I pull that through? Oop. There we go. Let's pull that through. It has to go through that fucking retainer. Right, and the deck's got to come out. So now we can send the cable back through the retainer. That has to go that way. And shut up. Keep me fucking fingers out of the way of anything. It's fucking bit me twice today, this fucking chassis. It's not getting a fucking third chance. That's the input. Fucking hell. Right, that's the input for the second fucking time. Right, slide that into the cabinet because we're going to solder that back on in a minute. That's to the, goes to the record deck. Right, so that's okay. Now, what I need to do next is feed the power lead through this grommet. Given that the new lead's a bit thinner, ow! Fucking hell, it got me again. It got me off the fucking power got me off the fucking power of the output transformer. Bastard. Fucking got me again. Off the fucking power transformer. Fucking twatting thing. Not the power transformer, the output transformer. Fucking got me again, the twat. Shift that transformer out of there, we go. That's where it got me that time. Ow, 3 times in a row tonight. It doesn't help, you know, but this bench isn't really big enough. There we go. Now if I hold the chassis with the fucking pliers, this is a nuisance. I need to hold it in a way makes you a bit fucking jumpy when you've had a couple of electric shocks. But that's why they say, folks. That's why they say, unless you know what you're fucking doing, don't mess with it. I do know what I'm doing. I've still fucking got an electric shock. 3 of them. Right, so if I hold that there and then pull, in fact actually, you know, that fucking thing unscrews. I thought it had a fucking nut behind it. It's only a fucking screw. I thought it was a fucking nut. Let's get a fucking screwdriver. I thought that was a fucking nut behind that. There we go. Thought it was a fucking nut behind. I thought it was a fucking nut, that's why I never bothered. But it's not, it's a fucking screw. Let's pull that back out of there. I can get to that easily. There we go. Make sure we're not tangled up anywhere with the cord. So you bought something like a 5 metre cord. You must have measured his fucking room, I don't know. But all we do is just pull that through now. I'll leave the video running for the entertainment value, because you never know, do you? I might get zapped again. Not if I've got to fucking do it. 3 fucking electric shocks I've had off this fucking thing. It ain't even fucking plugged in. That's a good one, isn't it? There we go. Get off there, you. Now, all I do now, pull that through, and then bring that to there. La 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 la. La 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 la. Show him away from that fucking transformer. It gets a bit unnerving when you've had a few electric shocks. You tend not to want anymore. No, you've usually had enough after 3. I mean, in all honesty, it's only what's left in the fucking capacitors. So I've never had that before on one of these. They've usually discharged by the time they get to the fucking point where they want to do that to you. But fuck me. Lift that out of there and I'm trying to get it in a position so I can screw the cutting ring in. There we are. Now all I've got to do is fucking screw it in. We're not quite in there yet. Yeah, fuck that. There we go. That's it. That's that in. Now, bit of metal stuck in my finger. Now all I need to do is push this through to there, because there's no other form of strain relief. I might put a knot in it actually. Push that through so it goes right through the back. Right, make sure we're not hung up on anything. Just shows you, doesn't it? You think you know something. I've never had a shock off one of these things. Just shows you, you think you fucking know something and you really, you fucking don't. It comes along and fucking bites you. Right. Put the chassis back in. Put that back onto the mounts. There we go, get in. There we go. Yeah. Make sure the valves are straight. Yeah, that's okay. Feed that back through there, because that's where that goes. That'll need to be soldered on. Make sure that the input and the output are not shorting. Just check that out quickly with the meter. Just make sure we don't have the ubiquitous strand of wire. I don't need to look at that, I can hear it. So connect that to ground. We're on ground. We're okay. Right, I'm going to get a brew and I'm going to come back and finish off. Come on. I decided to go for a cup of tea. I just went to the lavatory. Now we've got Lawrence's new lead fitted. Push the centre spindle, that's better. That's fitted, and what I've done, I've put a knot in there for strain relief, so that's okay, that's all good. We're happy with that. We're wired up at the front. I've put the amp back in because there was nothing to do with the amp, because I said it was working. So what we'll do now, when I can get my chair in position, we'll just cut where we think we need, and I've put that many plugs on. What we'll do now, we'll just go through the process and we will correctly fit the plug Where did I put the plug? I cut the fucker off, didn't I? I chopped it off and put it down somewhere. There it is. Is that the one? Yeah. So what we'll do now, we'll won't undo the wire, won't bear the wires for the plug just yet. What we'll do, we'll unscrew the plug and we'll see. Just put this lid down a minute. I mean, and the fuse is right, it's a 3 amp, which is good enough, and it's been wired up nice this in the first place. Don't know who put the plug on, but whoever put the plug on, it was done correctly. No complaints about that, that's nice. The only criticism I've got really is that they didn't trim off the Shut up! You do it every time the camera's on or I'm on the phone. They didn't trim off the hairs that are inside. I always trim them off, so what we do, we get these to the length that they are, and these have all been cut to the same length and they shouldn't be. Your live should be shorter than the rest, so that if it plugs out, if it's ever pulled out with the strain relief, then Your earth should be slightly longer than all of them. So what we'll do, we'll find the wire cutters or the pincers, whichever turn up first. The wire cutters are putting an appearance. Just slide this fucking rubber sheath back on. Right, now get that even. We want the live to be about there. The neutral to be about there. The earth about there. By the time you cut them down to the right lengths, I always double them. So I always double them over as well. And the reason why I do that is it reinforces it. There we go. I always double them as well. There might be those amongst you saying, hey, you shouldn't do that. Well, I do. There we go. I always do. And don't be worried about room inside a 13 amp plug. There's lots of room. Sometimes you don't have enough to bend it over, but in this case I've managed it. There we go. So what we'll do now, we'll take out the earth pin. We'll fit the wire. We'll take out the negative or the ground or the neutral, whatever you call it in your country. And check some of these, sometimes there's different, sometimes they're asymmetrical. This one's okay. Wind that up a bit, because the wire, get it so it just pokes through the other side. There we go. And hold it steady and tighten it down, and you can feel the wire there. That's okay. Now we want the live. And the live can stay in. Let's just wind the screw up a little bit. That should do it. There we go. And you always want your live shorter. The reason why you do that is if the wires are pulled out, like I say, from the cord clamp, if the wires are ripped out of the plug, then the live will disconnect first, leaving the supply dead and safe. That's why you always want your neutral. That's why your wires are always different lengths inside your plug, so that your live is shorter. Hang on. That's it. We nearly got in a fucking tangle there, folks. And there we go, and you push that to there, push that down there, push that to there, and just with your screwdriver, but don't dig, just press with the flat of your screwdriver, press them down into place if they're not already down. Then we take our cord grip, we take our screw, some fucker outside with a big mouth, I don't know who that is, but Obviously somebody else has got more mouth than a cow's got cunt. And there you go, folks. That is textbook a wiring job on a 13 amp plug, and we've also got a 3 amp fuse. Do you know there's countries in the world that actually laugh at our oversized 3-pin plug? But do you know, it's the only plug I know of that has a fuse in it, and in my opinion it's the safest plug. In my opinion, it's the safest plug in the world. Now we can test this out. There we go. Hope I got it right. If I didn't, it'll be a bang. Well, the light's on. Is the deck running? Yeah. Right. I can hear the amp. That's dropped down, it should do. There we go. Put my test record on. There we go. And right, and hopefully, Lawrence, that pin feels a bit loose in that, and hopefully there's enough torque in this turntable for you. Let's turn it on and show you. Look at that now. Perfect. That will switch off. There we go. And that turntable noise you were talking about, Lawrence, that's gone as well. See, we're on 33 there. We go to 45. 70, it's a bit there, but you expect a bit of noise, but there's plenty of torque in it now. You know, the idler's been done. I did actually do the idler again on this today, because when I serviced this deck for this deck, we used to be in the Nazi gram. When I serviced it for that, it never got used, and not much anyway. And the idler was a bit on the crappy side, which I didn't notice. But anyway, I switched the decks over and I put this into here, and it was had a bit of an hiccup, but yeah, there's plenty of torque in that. Look at that, and that's just what you want. There we go. We're all sorted. And that's ready for you to collect now, Lawrence, old lad. Let's pull the plug out, there we go. And thank fuck I don't have to put my fucking hands in it again. Let's screw the transit screws down. because he's back this week, so we'll be taking it with him. Ugh. That one's a bit on the stiff side. There's my fucking screwdriver. That one's a bit on the stiff side and I don't know why. Just lift the arm up out of the way. I don't know why that one's a bit on the stiff side. I've not got a clue. There we are. Might be something in there. Don't fucking know what. Right. There we go. There we go. That's Lawrence's SRP31C done. And I'll give you a tip, folks. When you stole the cable, fucking hell, look at it. You should have brought a reel, shouldn't he? You wind it up on. There we go. Right, when you stole the cable in one of these, stow it in the corner there. And do you know why I say that? Because the handle's on the other side. Stow the cable in the opposite side from the handle. The handle's usually on this side, usually on the right. So if the handle's on the right, stow the cable in the right. That way in the left. That way. There we go. That way, when you come to lift the record player, the cable won't smash into the tone arm, run the risk of smashing the stylus and cartridge in with the plug, you know, and it won't get wrapped round anything. And oh yeah, he brought me a Shirley Bassey record to test it. I think fucking not Lawrence. I tested it earlier with the Status Quo, which in my opinion is a fucking better choice. Fucking Shirley Bassey. Yeah, leave her in the cage with a fucking big gorilla. And the fucking... I've got something stuck in my fucking finger, you know. Like a piece of wire or something. Well, in my hand. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave that there. Now I really am going to go and get a cup of tea. I'll get this uploaded. And thank you very much for watching. And more to come later. Bye for now.